Hey, look at this, guys. You're looking at our salvation, 25 grand. To beat the old buzzard in his lawsuit.
That may be petty cash to you, Dorian, but to the rest of us, it's a small fortune. Let me see this here. This isn't gonna bounce, is it?
You're kidding, right? This is a real thing.
Well, maybe I should have bought champagne.
No. We'll celebrate with champagne when the judge rules in our favor and against the old bird.
So let's toast to victory.
No, let's toast to Gabrielle. Not only is she the love of my life, she's the one, ladies and gentlemen, who saved this intruder.
3 cheers for Gabrielle.
Oh, hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray!
Well, honey, I didn't want to call you at the hospital because I know you're busy, and then when you came home, you wanted to lie down for a little while.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I think it's great that you're making a donation to the Outlook House.
Yeah,
You're doing a lot for the kids.
Anyway, Father Tony's coming back from his retreat today, and I'm going to call him, and I'm going to see if I can do anything else for him.
Well, that's great. And at the same time, you can also find out how exactly they're spending your 50 grand.
You're upset that I wrote a check without consulting you first?
Hey, look, Brenda, it is your money. You can write a check for whatever you like to whomever you like. I just think it's a good idea that you keep track of your money and how it's spent.
And that doesn't bother you?
Want to know something, Brenda? I would be glad if you got rid of all of Michael's things. Because then we would be able to live a normal life.
Hey, Sarah, do you see anything yet? I don't know. It looks like the roof of a building, but I can't really tell. There are too many trees up here. I'm coming down. All right, I'm going to go look one more time on the path. Are you all right? Oh, yeah. I'm fine, considering I haven't been climbing trees in a dress lately. Were you able to find some way through the vines? No, it's just too thick. I don't get it. If the drug processing plant's back there, then there has to be a way to get through there. Well, no, not necessarily. I mean, we might have to be able to approach from the other side of the island on a boat by water or something. No, I don't think so. If there were a boat on this side of the island, we would have seen it.
Hurry up, will ya?
What was that noise?
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one life to live.
You see anyone? No. What about you? Nothing in that direction. Must have been a rat or something. I told you they wouldn't come down here.
Yeah, well, lucky for you that they didn't, or you'd be a dead man.
How was I supposed to know they'd attack me?
You're paid to know, Bobby.
I was trying to keep them from killing each other, and now I've got a knot on my head the size of a coconut.
All right, let's check out the lab.
What the hell for? Whitey's wife and her friend are probably on another part of the island.
Look, with millions of dollars riding on this operation, I can't afford to take a chance.
Tell me I am dreaming. You're not dreaming. Well, how'd they do that? I have no idea. Let's follow them. No, wait. What if we're spotted? You heard him. They think we're on the other side of the island. What if we get behind that wall and we can't get back out? All right, we have got to check it out. If worst comes to worst, we'll just wait until it gets dark. We'll make our way to the beach and then we'll swim around. Oh, that is a brilliant idea. Megan, if we don't show up for dinner, every goon on this island is going to be looking for us. Well, do you have a better idea? Yes. We're going to tell Bo and Jake what we know. Fine. You tell Bo and Jake. I'm going to the lab. Megan, come on. We are wasting our time. No, I'm telling you. Dan, we're going to move just as soon as we can sell the house.
I know. Brenda, it takes time.
Yeah, and you hate it here, don't you? just
Well, look, I'm trying. You know, I'm trying to adjust to this
Yeah, I know.
place.
I know. You are trying. And that's what counts. Come here. Come here.
God, I love you.
I love you.
You know what just entered my mind?
Going back upstairs with me.
I would love to, baby.
Then do it.
But I gotta go to work.
All right. Then you better go before it's too late. Go.
You
Go.
make this hard, you know that?
Good.
But you know, I wish I could stay around and talk to Father Tony. I wonder what he would think of my idea about expanding the Outlook House to include a clinic for the people in the community.
You mean a clinic like the one that Larry ran before he lost his funding?
The people down at the waterfront don't have medical insurance.
Right.
What they do is they get sicker and sicker and sicker until they have to be admitted into the emergency room. Their hospital stays longer, even if they can even last that long.
We can do something about that. We can open a clinic. And you can work. No! You could run it. What do you think about that? Would you do that?
Well, yeah.
Well, then come on. Let's do it. I mean, it'll be... We could start today. Let's start today.
Brenda, you don't even know if the Outlook House is interested in expanding.
Oh, I bet they will. You talk to Gabrielle. She's going to love this idea. And go... What would you call her right now? You know, you got to strike while the fire is hot and all of that. This is great.
Well, I've got another fire that's on my mind right now,
Oh, well,
actually.
don't worry about that fire. I'm going to keep that burning for you. But business first. Come on, you call Gabrielle, I'll call Father Tony, and we can see where we are. Oh, my God, we'll be working together. That'd be fun.
Thank you, all of you, for such a kind toast, but I really don't deserve it.
Like hell you don't.
No, come on, Max. All I did was tell Mother about the fact that Asa wanted to sue this paper, and she had the idea of going to a rich friend and asking them to lend us the money to get a lawyer to fight Asa.
Well, I would like to thank your mother's friend, whoever she is, or he.
Dorian.
Well, this person is just dedicated to preserving freedom of speech.
$25,000 is a lot of dedication. Perhaps we should do a front-page story on our angel,
No, that's not a good idea. This person wishes to remain anonymous.
Oh, that's all right. We won't do a front-page story, but I still want to meet this individual, whoever he or she is, and thank them personally.
Dorian, anonymous means they wish to keep their name out of it.
Ignore her. She's just ticked off because somebody else is stealing her thunder.
I may remind you I have sunk a small fortune into this enterprise.
Oh, right, as if you didn't have the money, Dorian. I'll make a prediction. You're gonna make a huge profit at the end of the year.
If we win the suit.
You know, I'm getting really sick and tired of this negative attitude of yours, Dorian. We got Troy Nichols, a top-notch lawyer. What do you want?
I have no doubts about his talent.
I don't know. He was Megan's attorney, and she was convicted.
There is no way Asa will win this case. I mean, everything's so trumped up. There's no judge in the world who will rule in his favor, okay?
Now, don't you underestimate Ace's powers. He has a lot of judges in his pocket.
Well, that's why Troy's going to demand trial by jury. He's going to take people and put them on the jury who read the Intruder. And then they'll resent a rich guy trying to run us out of business.
And then we will prove that Asa did not hurt himself tripping on a loose floorboard.
Oh, you remember that article about the woman from outer space?
Yeah.
That had X-ray vision?
Yeah.
We could call her to the stand.
Asa is claiming injuries to his back. There's no way we can prove he's faking.
You think there's no way we're going to win this case?
No, I'm just warning you not to keep your hopes up.
Yeah, I'm telling you something. Not only will Troy, okay, mop up the courtroom with the old buzzard, but he's going to get the jury to force him to pay our legal fees.
Oh, and we'll get our $25,000 back.
You got it. You got it.
Oh, boy, and all that money, I'll buy computers, a filing system. Oh,
Hey,
what a
hey, Di, we got to return the money to the donor.
Oh.
But one of these days, you'll get your dream come true,
Really?
okay? Yeah.
I'll drink to that. Enough celebrating. We got to get back to work. You are a jewel. If you ever had enough of this guy, give me a call.
Hey, in your dreams, pal.
Gabrielle, your mother's rich friend, is he an available man?
Oh, give me a break. Dorian.
Well, if Julia's not interested.
You know, there is a word for this.
Yeah, I know exactly what it is. Well, it was worth a try.
Dorian, come on.
All
We got to do
right.
tomorrow's...
I better check out the press room. Oh, Gabrielle, thanks again so much. You know, I was dreading looking for another job. Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
Bye.
You okay?
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. You seem preoccupied, like you weren't into the celebration. What is going on with you?
Max, it's awfully embarrassing with everyone making such a fuss over it. I mean, I don't deserve it. There is something wrong.
I know you. Don't forget that. What is it?
I really don't know how to tell you this. I've done something really terrible.
Terrible thing, huh? What have you done now? Huh?
Max, I've betrayed you. I don't know, why, but I found myself agreeing with Dorian. Well, it's not that I don't have faith in your talent and ability, or Troy's talent and abilities. It's just that I know Asa very well, and he's not going to let go until he sinks this paper.
Yeah, so? That's it?
Yeah.
Forget your doubts, okay? Troy's gonna rip him apart on the stand. He'll push the right buttons, and Asa will explode. He'll attack me and Dorian, and the jury won't stand for that.
Are you sure that we can get the jury to force Asa into paying our legal fees?
Is this what all this is about? You worried about the money? Hey, you may have arranged the loan, but it's my debt now. And I intend to pay every red cent of it.
Max, couldn't you get a lawyer from legal aid, and then if and when you do win, and you get compensation from Asa, then you could pay the lawyer?
No. I want the best. And that's Troy Nichols. That's the guy I want.
But I don't want you to be indebted to anybody. I was desperate to stop this paper from going under, but I now realize I had no right in going and borrowing that money.
Hey. You tried to help me. What's the big deal?
So, it wasn't wrong of me to borrow that money?
No. Hey, no matter what happens, we'll work it out, okay? We're partners, remember?
Yeah. Partners for life. Until you feel like trading me in for a new model.
What is going on with you?
Excuse me.
Hey, no problem. We can always pick up where we left off.
I'm sure you can. Gabrielle, if you got a minute, I'd like to talk to you about Brenda's donation.
Hey, do you see what I see?
Is that a roof?
Yep. I think we found our drug lab. 10 to 1, Bobby and Johnny are in there. No! You scared the hell out of me.
Don't do it. Yes, Johnny and Bobby are in there right now.
You follow her?
No. We were retracing Sarah's steps to try and find the place where Greg took the camera away from her. And Johnny and Bobby were following us, so we had to jump down here in the bushes and hide.
We covered every square inch of this island. How come we couldn't find that place?
Well, I don't know.
Johnny, hold up. I got a question for you. Even if those guys back in the lab were handpicked by Carlo, what's to keep them from stashing away a couple of kilos for themselves?
$1 million apiece, plus the chance to enjoy it. But Carlo's got a foolproof system in place. If even as much as 1 gram is missing, the entire crew at the lab gets taken out.
Yeah, that'd keep me honest.
Yeah. I wish I could find a way to keep Whitey honest.
Johnny, maybe you're imagining things. Maybe the guy is true blue after all.
Look, if Frank Whitehead were true blue, his wife wouldn't be snooping around here.
Well, you were wrong about her and her friend coming down here. Look, I think they decked me just to get me out of the way for a while. Maybe you're wrong about Whitey, too.
Well, just in case I'm not, I want you to hang around here. If you see anybody coming down the path, don't bother asking questions, just start shooting. We're too close to wrapping things up here, and I don't want any more mistakes. Understood?
I got it.
Thank God you saw that. I don't think you ever would have believed us if you hadn't.
Oh, you're right about that.
I say, we take this guy out and go check out the lab.
Well, how are we going to open the wall in order to get to it?
We'll just climb over the damn thing.
No. If we were able to do that, I'm sure they got a small army and they're protecting the place.
Well, look, Johnny trusts Bobby. If we could get Bobby's gun from him, we could threaten him with it and make him take us past the other guards. And if he didn't, we'd kill him. He'd have to cooperate.
Not necessarily.
Bo, he's not going to get himself killed for Carlo Hesser.
What I think Bo means is that if Bobby lets us in there, Carlo's gonna kill him anyway, so he's a dead man. I got an idea. Let's go back to the main house, I'll tell you. Come on.
All right, just stay low, all right? And slow, and stay off the path all the way back. Go.
All right, let's raid that refrigerator. I am starved.
What do you got, a tapeworm? You just ate like lunch a couple hours ago.
Yeah, canned fruit salad. Not very interesting.
On a bed of romaine lettuce.
I'm sorry, but my stomach wasn't thrilled.
You don't like my cooking. You don't have to eat it anymore, because I'm getting tired of it.
Stop. Beef, ham, turkey.
Now, look, to hell with cooking. If you got a plan that's gonna work, I'm gonna buy steaks for everybody for a year. Now, what is it?
Well, Charlotte gave me a little bit of interesting information the other day. A jewel, I might add.
Here, what other jewels did she give you?
I know, it's been hard to ignore Charlotte, but I have remained pure, my dear, just for you.
Well, I don't think that's too hard, seeing as she's nothing but a cheap little tramp.
She's also Carlo Hesser's daughter. What'd you find out?
There's a boat on this island.
Where?
I don't know yet, but as soon as I find it, I'll get on the thing, go over to mainland, get the feds. What do you think?
What are we waiting for? I mean, why aren't we out looking for this boat?
It's too risky. Well, wait till the meeting starts tomorrow morning. That way, Greg and Johnny, they're gonna be occupied. I think it'll be safer for you then.
You don't have any idea where this boat is?
No, but I got all night with Charlotte to find out.
Sarah and I found the lab. We can find the boat.
No, you two are gonna stay right here. Jake will find the boat.
Now, wait a minute. Are you voting that we stay out of this search?
Not me.
Look, you got lucky this afternoon, right? That doesn't mean your luck's gonna hold out.
Sure will.
No, honey, they've got a guy tailing you right now. If I'd have known you two were gonna go looking for that drug lab, I'd have stopped you myself.
No, I think we proved that we can take care of ourselves.
We are gonna carefully plan every move that we make from now on. We're gonna eliminate all risks.
All right, what's our next move?
Our next move is that Jake's gonna see what information he can find from Charlotte tonight. If he can't find anything, he's gonna look for the boat tomorrow. By himself, nobody's gonna miss him.
Well, I'll miss him.
Oh.
All right, fine. What are Megan and I supposed to do?
You two are gonna learn some patience. Come on, we're gonna go have a private
No, wait a
meeting.
minute. I know what's going on here. You're gonna try and feed me champagne and talk nice words to me, and then you think I won't go looking for the boat, right?
Fine.
Okay, wait. Maybe I can be persuaded.
See you two tonight at dinner.
Good night. So how about I take you out into a nice little private cove and keep you from getting in trouble, huh?
Did we get our bottle of champagne?
Sure.
Excuse me. Megan, I've been looking all over for you.
Hi, Marco. What's up?
Johnny wants to see us. Come on.
Why?
Wants to have a drink with us. Will you come with me?
Well, tell him I don't drink. Tell him I'm reading.
You can't refuse an invitation from Johnny. Come with me, please.
Go on. I'll catch up with you later.
Charlotte,
Hi, Johnny.
please don't parade around like that.
Like what?
Half naked.
I'm sure you wouldn't mind if your little friend pranced around in her bathing suit, would you?
Look, we are here on business, so put a robe on and tie it.
Sometimes you sound just like Daddy.
I don't like the way the guys have been looking at you. There's no point in tempting trouble.
None of those people would dare to touch me.
They better not. But in the meantime, just humor me, will you?
There.
Thank you.
I thought you were supposed to be in a meeting all afternoon.
Well, Leopold suggested that we relax and take a break. I think that he and Dylan were a little unnerved by Whitey flexing his muscle this morning.
Yeah. Well, you don't seem too worried about it.
Well, I'm not ignoring the fact that Whitey is a threat to us, but I can handle him.
I may be onto something that could help you.
Like what?
I think I can prove that Whitey's cook is no cook. And I hope I can find out exactly what he's doing here on Batterley.
And how do you plan to do that?
Just wish me luck, okay? Or would it kill you to think that your sister might be as valuable to the organization as you are?
If you find out what Whitey and his people are up to, I will be the first to congratulate you.
You'll put in a good word for me to Daddy?
You find something out, and I will give credit where credit is due.
Thanks, Johnny.
And you be careful.
Yes, sir. Well, Dad, I was just as surprised about Brenda's donation, but when it comes to kids, she has a huge heart.
Yes, she does.
Well, how huge are we talking about here? How much she donate?
Well, we're talking about
It
a
doesn't
lot.
really matter how much it was. The fact is that she's helping those less fortunate.
Yeah, I don't get this, but maybe it's something in the stars, but, you know, everybody's writing big checks nowadays.
Yeah, well, maybe they got their tax refund. I mean, who knows? I tell you what, Dan, why don't we go across the street and get a cup of coffee and talk about Brenda's donation while Max finishes up on his work?
Well, that would be great, but I got to get to the hospital. I just wanted to plant an idea in your head, okay?
Yeah? What is it?
I want to open up a clinic by the waterfront. Whatever people can pay, we'll accept. If they can't pay, we'll take care of them anyway.
Sounds like a wonderful idea.
Yeah, well, you haven't heard the rest of it. I've been doing some volunteer work at the Outlook House. Now, they're only using half the space in the building. If we could make the clinic an extension of the Outlook House, Brenda said that she would fund it, at least initially. Now, what do you think?
Well, the Outlook House is really Viki's domain. She's the one who got it started.
Yes, but you are the one who's keeping it in business. Look, Gabrielle, if you don't think it's a good idea...
Oh, no, I think it's a terrific idea. It has many possibilities. Why don't I talk to Father Tony when he gets back from his retreat, and we can look into arranging a time for Viki, you and me to sit
Well,
down.
he's back already.
He is?
Yes. Brenda spoke to him before I left Grandeview. He planned on going over to Grandeview to thank Brenda for her donation.
And when was he going to be there?
After the Little League softball game is over.
And that's over at 3. Oh, you know, Brenda has probably a million questions to ask me about these sort of things. She gets so excited about these projects. I'm going to go see her right now.
That's dedication for you. I mean, she's so involved with the Outlook House. She forgot to kiss me goodbye. Would you believe that?
There's not enough food here to feed Bo and his crew. I'm gonna have to cook again.
Hello?
Hello. How you doing, Charlotte?
I could have sworn that I heard you talking to someone.
I was talking to myself. This job is getting to me.
What were you talking about?
Nothing very interesting. Isn't that kind of a dangerous outfit for a kitchen?
Well, I wasn't planning to stay in the kitchen.
No?
I was hoping I could persuade you to come down to the cove with me, go for an afternoon swim.
No can do. Gotta make Mr. Whitehead and the wife dinner.
Dinner is hours away. Besides, you've spent all day slaving away at a hot stove.
It's my job. Besides, it doesn't get hot in here until after I turn on the ovens. Tell you what, after dinner, I'll find you and we'll go for that dip. What do you say?
I was kind of hoping we could spend time together now. But if you can't get away, I will just keep you company while you cook.
No, you don't have, I can't ask you to do something like that.
I really don't mind. In fact, I might even learn a thing or two. I am a total disaster in the kitchen.
I tell you what, to hell with Whitey and his dinner. Slip out the back door and go for a swim.
Oh, I don't want to get you fired. I'd feel terrible.
I don't worry about it. Cook's jobs are a dime a dozen.
But I'm sure that none of them pay as well as Whitey.
That's true, but I am a man of simple needs, and right now, I could use a little diversion.
What were you making?
I was making bread. I was gonna bake some bread for Whitey, make a little surprise, but it's kind of hot. I don't want to do that anyway.
Oh, I love homemade bread. Will you show me how to make it?
So where is the big guy?
Well, obviously he's not around here.
Johnny didn't want to have a drink with us, did he now?
No, he didn't. I wanted to talk to you.
Forget it, Mark, okay? I really don't want to hear your explanations.
I just wanted to talk to you. I didn't know how else to get you out of there.
Well, you could have said, Megan, I have to talk to you. I really hate it when you lie to me.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just got real excited because I've come up with a solution.
Have you? Been hanging out with the seagulls? Did they teach you how to fly?
I made a means of transportation out of here.
What's that?
It's a raft. It's what you and I are going to use to get out of here and get some help.
That's a raft. Why didn't you tell Jake?
I built the thing. I get to choose my crew. Now, we got to get out of here before the gangsters come down here on the beach here. We got to go right now.
No, wait. This is a brilliant idea, Marco, but you're too late. Jake has already found out that there is a boat on the island. All he needs to find out is where the boat is.
Honey, this is a chance for us to get out of here right now. Even if there is a boat on the island.
Look, Marco, stop it, okay? Just stop it. He found out that a boat existed from Charlotte. I'm sure that he can find out from her where the boat is.
As I was saying, even if there is a boat, we'd have to find a thing. We'd have to get by a bunch of wise guys. We'd start up the motor. They'd be all over us. What do you think? How do you think we'd get out of here?
Excuse me, but you can just figure out where these wise guys are going to be. You're friends with them, and we'll divert them. We'll distract them.
Friends with them? I have a feeling Johnny's going to move these drugs within the next couple of days. Now, we must get out of here right now.
We're talking about a half a day at most.
We're talking about your mother's life, maybe, within that half a day. Now, come on. Take a shot. Let's go.
All right, fine. I'm just going to go and talk to Jake, okay?
You're not going to go anywhere. I want to go right now. It's going to get dark in a while. I don't want to be out there in the dark. All right, I'll go alone.
No!
You're going to go now, then?
Fine. I will go now. Something tells me I'm going to regret this.
Take your skirt off.
Brenda, I am so sorry I'm late. We went into extra innings.
Well, I hope you won at least.
Actually, we did win. It was quite a shock to the system there.
Sit down. I'm going to have to get out there and see one of those games soon.
Oh, you've got to come out there. Yeah, the kids need all the support they can get. Listen, Brenda, I cannot thank you enough for your contribution.
Father Tony, you have thanked me 1,000,000 times already.
Well, then I'll thank you 1,000,000 more times. You don't know how much this means to us.
Well, you should thank Gabrielle, because she's the one who came in so enthusiastic about this project that I had to say yes to it in about 10 seconds flat. Which, excuse me, I'll be right back. Speaking of the devil, we were just talking about you.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, come in, please.
Welcome back.
Well, thanks. I hear you've been busy.
I guess Dan talked to you about the clinic.
Yes.
What do you think?
Has Brenda talked to you about the clinic?
Yes, we discussed it on the phone.
God, he's all for it. So sit down, let's talk about it. Can I get you something?
No. No, thanks.
Well, you know, my feeling is that if we expand the operation, we can help a lot of people in the community.
Yeah, I'm sure, yes, if we could hire the right amount of staff, if we've got the money. Otherwise, we could get some of the kids, the students.
Oh, that's a great idea, because then they could come over and they'll be using their time very constructively. Oh, we can do stuff like teach them skills, like typing or computers or...
Brenda, you gotta slow down. We have to take this one step at a time.
I'm so excited about this, though. I really am. And Dan, he's beside himself. He's been wanting a clinic like this ever since I met him.
Well, you know, we have the whole community behind them.
You think your board's going to approve it?
Oh, absolutely. And with Gabrielle's permission, I would like to nominate her as the executive director of the new and expanded Outlook House.
Well, I will definitely vote for her. That is, if I am on the board myself.
Well, as a major contributor, I'd say you are on the board. And yes, your vote does count.
Excuse me, could I think this over?
No. You have to say yes right now so that we can just get on with it. What do you say? Come on.
Well, if all the board members vote me in, yes, I guess I say yes.
Terrific. So what do we do now, then?
Well, I guess I'll call Dan and see what the story is with supplies and funds, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, boy, it sounds like somebody's up from their nap and not a very good move. Can you wait here just for a minute?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
You bet.
Tony, is it possible that we might have just bitten off more than we could chew?
Can we not talk about the clinic for a minute? There's something I have to discuss with you.
rush. Hey, I want to be down here when Bobby gets back from guard duty, and then we can send Cord over and see if he can find the lab.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing about Cord. If he finds that lab, he's going to go in it.
No, he's not going to do anything to blow our cover. I just want him to scout around the outside, see if he can find a way inside the wall.
Don't you think it makes more sense to just tell him where the lab is?
I'm going to tell him where... Hey, you're not going to get involved in
I'm
this.
already involved in this.
No, look, I want you to promise me something.
What?
You're going to promise me that you're not going to check out that lab anymore. You're not going to go looking around for a boat. Come on.
All right, I promise, but I want you to promise me something, too. I don't want you to take any unnecessary risks.
No, honey, that's not fair.
Why not?
Because I'm the one that got us stuck here in the first place. I've got to find a way to get us off this
Well,
island.
you didn't know you were coming to an island where a mob summit meeting was going on. Besides, I'm the one who asked Megan if she wanted to get away for some relaxation, so it's my fault. It's not yours.
No, I'm not blaming you.
Okay, so it's nobody's fault. We have to get back to the mainland and tell them what's going on now. We know where the lab is. We just have to find the boat.
Yeah, if we can find the boat.
Sweetheart, are you sure that Carlo Hesser won't hurt Viki until the drugs start arriving in Llanview?
Yeah. But what if they start shipping the drugs tonight or first thing in the morning?
Well, you said that the other bosses want to see the operation before they start shipping.
That's right. They want a total inventory. They want to see everything and make sure they get their share of the cut.
Well, so that means until Johnny gives a little tour, we have some more time to get some help.
Unless...
What? Unless what?
Nothing. I don't want to talk about this.
What?
Unless the real Frank Whitehead is floating around there in a boat and somebody happens to find him, rescue him, they take him back, and he tells Carlo everything that's happened.
I completely forgot about him. Maybe no one will pick him up?
That won't. That's one possibility. There's also a possibility that Frank Whitehead and his bodyguard may not be alive. They were just set adrift, had no food, no water, no shelter.
I'll tell you, these people don't care anything about human life, do they? I mean, first of all, they send 2 men off to their death, and now they're creating all these drugs for thousands of more people? I'm gonna stop this. I'm sure of it.
Tony, before you say anything, I want to explain why I convinced Brenda to give such a large donation.
No, you did a great job, you know. And I always appreciate the work you do on Outlook House. This is something personal I need to talk to you about.
Oh, personal.
Yeah, personal. The reason I went on the retreat. I mean, I didn't intend to go. You see, I had to think through my commitment.
Your commitment, but your faith is very strong, I, for one, should know.
My problem's not with God. You see, my problem is with the priesthood. It's very hard. You see, I'm thinking of asking for a dispensation from my obligations to the ministry. And I just needed to tell you before you heard it from someone else.
Tony, your faith has always been very strong.
Maybe not. You know, maybe I've just been playing this role, and now I'm finding out that I'm ill-suited for it.
But if anybody was put on this earth to serve God, I think it was you. You have been tested by me, and you never... Well, is this my fault?
No. No, it's not your fault, Gabrielle.
Are you sure? I mean, I feel in some ways that it is. I never meant to hurt you. My taunting, I never meant for you to doubt your faith.
You didn't. You know, our relationship, it made me more aware of certain feelings. But, you know, the doubt was there all along, I think. I just kind of pushed it down. I kind of ignored it. And now I'm forced to face it again. It's the way these things work out. It's kind of funny that way. And I don't know, if I can reconcile it, I will. If I can't, well, I just pray that that's what God had in store for me.
Have you spoken to anybody else about this?
Well, yeah. I spoke to a Monsignor O'Brien. He's a wise old man. He's been very supportive. Look, just don't tell anyone about it, okay, before I get a chance to really make a decision. I mean, Max, you can tell Max if you want.
Is there anything I can do to make this any easier?
No, it's, I'll just wrestle with it on my own.
I can pray for your happiness, can't I?
Look who's here. You want to say hello to Father Tony and Gabrielle?
Hello, Stephen.
Hey, champ, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great. He's very, very happy, especially now that his mother and Dan are getting married.
Oh, well, congratulations are in order.
Congratulations. When's the happy day?
Well, we haven't set a date yet, but, you know, we were wondering if you might preside over the ceremony when we do.
Well, I'd be happy to, but, I'm afraid you might have to ask someone else. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be at Sacred Heart.
What, are you being transferred?
No, I'm just cutting down a little bit on my parish duties, that's all.
Well, you're going to be able to work at the clinic, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely. No matter what God has in store for me, I'll contribute to Outlook House.
Good. I'm glad to.
Tony, why don't we go and tell all the other board members of our plans?
Well, now there's a good idea. Let's do
Yeah.
that.
Okay. And Brenda, we will call you once we can get Viki and Dan and all of us together to discuss it. Goodbye, sweetheart.
Say bye-bye to Gabrielle.
Bye-bye.
Say bye-bye. Bye.
Bye, little man. Stay out of trouble.
Excuse me. Bye,
Bye,
Father.
Brenda. Thanks again.
Yes, thank you. Wow.
You see, I told you I'd find the missing key to the puzzle.
Okay, so we did a bang-up job of investigative reporting. Does anybody care that a city councilman is taking kickbacks from developers? Is anybody going to plunk down 40 cents to buy the paper and read about it?
Well, I certainly hope so. In the meantime, I think we should talk about our contract.
What about our contract?
Well, we should renegotiate. I mean, now that we have the money for an attorney to fight Asa, we can afford to pay you.
You mean you don't want to part with any part of your share of the paper?
No, that has nothing to do with it. I just can't see you working week after week without any pay.
No.
What if we lose the suit? What if the paper collapses?
Look, I'm sticking to our agreement. I'm working for nothing until the paper gets in the black.
What's the...
That's Matt.
Look at this. You see this, guys?
Wait a minute. I just want to make sure you don't have any broken
No,
bones.
I'm fine, I'm
Now,
fine. Look at this, look at this.
Well, isn't that... Wait.
You got it, pal. You got it!
What has he got?
Look at this, boy. You see that? I mean, that's been cut. Smooth edges. You know what that means?
Oh, that's snake.
Yeah.
He paid someone to sneak in here. Well, he's not going to get away with it, I'll tell you that.
You're damn right he won't.
No.
And we won't have to pay Troy for $25,000 for his legal fees. And we can return all that money to Julia's friend without even cashing the check. Hey, what do you say? What do you say? Let's throw a party, a big party, okay? So we can get to meet them personally, him or her, whatever.
Well, I think first the most important thing to do is to build a case against Asa, don't you think?
Yes, that's right. That's first on the agenda. Now, any suggestions?
Yeah, we'll do what comes naturally. We'll get the story and put it on the front page.
So, when did you find out your dad wasn't your ordinary businessman?
I guess I was in junior high. The feds were trying to get him indicted for racketeering. There was a lot of publicity around it. Of course, I thought he was innocent. I started asking a lot of questions, and I found the truth.
How'd you feel about that?
Well, at first I was confused and hurt. But he's my father, and I love him, and I would do anything in the world for him.
He's a very lucky man.
He's been a terrific father to me. And all that nonsense about him putting contracts out on people. I mean, he doesn't do that. He does not do that.
Sure he doesn't.
So how'd you get hooked up with Whitey?
I used to work in a restaurant that he owned, and he used to come in and eat there a lot, and we got to be friendly. And then when they 86'd his other cook, I got the job. I'll tell you what. Let's go for a swim. I want to get this flour off of me. I got it like it's everywhere.
Don't you want to finish making your bread?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Jake, I don't know a whole lot about baking, but I did occasionally watch my grandmother.
Yeah, bet you she made everything from scratch, huh?
Yeah, she did. Aren't you forgetting something? Need. Doesn't that mean anything to you?
Need. Yeah. You need a kiss. And my bread needs some sugar. Sugar is what I need.
Yeah. Need. Need with a K. Need as in punch down. Need as in what makes the dough rise.
You know, I usually warm it up. That's what I do, and then I do that because that's my little secret. Don't tell anybody, okay?
Jake.
What?
Enough is enough. You're no more a cook than I am. You're a fraud.
How did I let you talk me into this? Look at this current, and it's so strong, we're going to end up at the North Pole.
Let me have another nail.
This is the last one?
That's all we need, sweetheart. Move over. It's happening. We're out of here.
Great. You know, now that I'm looking at this mast here, I've lost faith in this project.
Honey, do you want to get out of here? Do you want to save your mom? Do you want to get some help?
Yes, yes, yes. I did not expect to do it this way, though, you know?
Let's get this thing in the water. Okay, here. Can I help you push this? What's the matter with you?
You really think this thing is going to float?
Well, that's what we're going to find out. Come on, help me push it in.
Tomorrow, things heat up when Father Frank is framed on Father Dowling Mysteries. Then, Cody is kidnapped and forced into a slave labor gang on the Young Riders. After, Moscow...